By now, you have seen Dana White all up in the news for all the wrong reasons. Um, by now, you should have seen the video that came out of him and his wife at a club getting the fisticuffs on New Year's Eve. Now, Dana White is president of the UFC. He's been president of the UFC for a very long time. And he said in one particular moment that, if you pretty much put your hands on a woman, you're gone, right? To that extent, not exactly those words, but some along those lines. So, why is Dana White getting all this protection in the media? Why is he getting all this protection? Right? Well, we've seen instances where you have black athletes who had similar situations but had different outlooks for them. Because see, when Ray Rice situation happened, because that's the incident I'm gonna point to, right? We saw the incident at the elevator, right? It was a similar situation. It was this all this protection for Ray Rice? No, people were pushing for his career to end, and which it did, because when the Baltimore Ravens released him, he couldn't get a job anywhere else. He was done. Now, this was the same Dana White, as I said early in the stream, that you don't bounce back from putting your hands on a woman, and UFC fighters could get fired for domestic violence. Right? Now, we've seen the University of Texas fire their head coach following domestic violence incident on his behalf. Right? So how come Dana White, because Dana White could get fired, and there is a person that could fire him, right? There's a person that could fire Dana White. So that person goes by the name of Ari Emanuel. It goes by the name of Ari Emanuel. Now, this individual has a whole lot to say when it came to the whole Kyrie Irving, the Kanye West situation, right? Now, Kanye West, grew up in Chicago, you know, and Ari Emanuel, he wrote articles in the Chicago Tribune, you know, basically laying into Kanye West for being anti-Semitic. So why is Ari Emanuel so quiet now? Why is he so quiet now? I just want to know, why is Ari Emanuel so quiet now? Now, Ari Emanuel is the brother to Rahm Emanuel. Remember, Rahm Emanuel was a Chicago mayor. He's currently the United States ambassador to Japan. And remember, Ari Emanuel's brother, Rahm Emanuel, this was the guy who was part of the cover-up of Laquan McDonald's murder. So, as far as I see it, birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. Because Rahm Emanuel is very quiet about Daniel Wright. Or Ari Emanuel. Ari Emanuel is very quiet when it comes to Dana White. Now, this is the thing. They think they're just going to stay quiet on this and let time play itself out. Now, for those who may not be aware who Ari Emanuel is, he is the he is the CEO of Endeavor. All right. He's the CEO of Endeavor. Now he was a bystander. He wasn't innocent, but he was a bystander nonetheless for the Kanye West situation. And then on top of that, you had Dana White firing a UFC fighter for the same thing he got caught up in. Because see, look, the way I see it, this is another power move. Power concedes nothing. If you understood the principle that I talked about on my main YouTube channel when I talk about power concedes nothing, right? It don't care about facts, feelings, or none of that. It does not concede anything. And this is where we at. This is when powerful men get on code with each other. And why would the CEO of Endeavor fire Dana White? Because Dana White is bringing in buku amounts of dollars from TV deals, advertisements, ticket sales, ratings. He's bringing them in a bunch of money. Now, the day Dana White stops doing that is when Dana White gets cut loose and shown the door. But as long as Dana White is out here lining the pockets of Ari Emanuel, then Ari Emanuel will see this as a blip on the radar screen. No different than when Fox not firing Skip Bayless. You know, Skip Bayless put out that tweet when Damar Hamlin was suffering from cardiac arrest on the field, and Skip Bayless put up that tweet talking this nonsense about, oh well, I had to the show must go on. I wonder why the show must go on, because he basically got the green light to say whatever he want to say, and there's going to be no repercussions, at least not from the Fox executives. There'll be no repercussions about it, right? So you got Stephen A. Smith and Molly Qerim going to protection mode and talking about, we don't do cancel culture out here, bitch. That's all you freaking did. All you done is cancel culture. So what is you talking about? When it came to Floyd Mayweather, right? Tried to practice cancel culture on Ray Rice, Kareem Hunt, right? The incident with Kareem Hunt, Reuben Foster, Greg Hardy. right? They threw Ime Udoka under the bus. Not that long ago, Ime Udoka got thrown under the bus, and then Malika Andrews has so much to say about that. Ain't got nothing to say about this, though, right? These people in the media are a bunch of hypocrites, man. This is what I'm talking about. It's the hypocrisy. It'd be one thing if these guys kept the same energy across the board. Right? It would be one thing if these guys kept the same energy across the board. The problem is they do not keep the same energy across the board. The problem is they pick and choose who they want to go after, and they pick and choose who they want to protect. That's the honest to God truth. That's the honest to God truth. So when I think about what's going on, right, it's sad, it's a joke, and I'm pretty sure there was some behind the scenes talk about this, right? You got Stephen A. Hess somber, oh, well, you know, it's such an unfortunate incident. And I'm like, motherfucker, where's all the histrionics? Where's all the theatrics? Where's all the, you know, blithering, blathering, and bloviating you be doing when you be going on these athletes? No different than when Justin Turner, right? When COVID was the thing, and he knew he had it, and they pulled him out the game, and they won the World Series. He ran back out on the field knowing he had that shit, giving hugs, touching the trophies, being around all other people when he was supposed to be quarantined and all that. What did Stephen A. Smith do? Did he go on this blithering, blathering, bloviating diatribe and that diarrhea of the mouth he always do? No, he didn't do that. When Aaron Rodgers lied about the whole situation involving the Maximus, did he lambast Aaron Rodgers? No, he hit him with kid gloves. Same thing, no different than what he did with Dana White. He's getting protected. You know why a Bama like Stephen A. Smith would protect Dana White? Because Stephen A. Smith has been on multiple, and I mean multiple UFC events. For those you may not be aware, ESPN picked up the rights to the UFC from Fox in 2018. So about late 2018, early 2019, you started seeing UFC fights on ESPN pay-per-view and not Fox, because Fox carried it for a long time. Fox decided to pick up the rights to WWE instead. So that's why you've been seeing these fights on ESPN. ESPN carries the UFC. So that's why you've been seeing these. That's part of the reason why the people at ESPN protected Dana White. But then again, if you got the complexion for the protection, you got genetic immunity from law. Because another thing, why hasn't been there domestic violence charges against Dana White? No police got involved. Nobody got arrested. No one's being prosecuted. So, hey, where's the complexion? I mean, where's this accountability at? Right? Because Molly Cam has so much to say about Deshaun Watson. I'll never forget that. That woman went on that constant, nasty diatribes every chance she got to demean, defame, and diminish the name of Deshaun Watson. I can't stand that woman. She's disgusting, bro. This needs to be said. I mean, you're sitting up here defending and distracting and obfuscating with stuff that don't got nothing to do with why Dana White got into an abusive altercation with his wife. Then his mama come out, right? So there was an interview back in 2011 that resurfaced, and Dana White, turns out, this dude is a habitual line stepper. He's a habitual line stepper. He said he mistreats people. It's terrible about how he speaks to women and treats women. The mama came out saying it bothers her because she didn't raise him to be that way. So, the wife came out and said that, nothing like that's happened before, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Yeah, in the course of a 30-year marriage, there's going to be disagreements and there's going to be arguments and stuff like that. But Dana White has had his own share of the octagon when it comes to his wife. I think he'd be beating the hell out of his wife. I think so. I don't believe that this is a one-time thing. No, this is the first time that got put on TV. But this is an occurring thing. I think he'd be beating the hell out of his wife. I really do believe that, right? I don't believe that this was a one-time thing and this was heat of the moment. I don't believe that at all, right? That's a whole bunch of splaining that I'm not interested in. I mean that. That was a whole bunch of splaining I'm not interested in. But anywho, yeah, man, Molly Cam, Stephen A. Smith, all you motherfuckers out there that's protecting this man. You know what I'm saying? You guys are sad. You guys is full of shit. And this is part of the reason why the media don't got no credibility. They don't got no credibility in this shit at all. So this is where we at. Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. I'll catch you on another video. Peace.